Hi, I'm Sharon Waxler, owner and head trainer of At Your Service Dog Training, and I'm going to give you some tips today on training your dog to stay. I'm going to be demonstrating with my little dog Gromit. If I ask him to sit and stay, he will usually sit for about 3 seconds, and then he might pop up out of the sit expecting a treat, or he might lie down because he's not sure if, since I didn't reward the sit, maybe he should try it down. So the easiest way to train your dog to sit actually is to use several treats in a row while they're sitting, so they get rewarded for staying in the sit the whole time they're staying. This is for the early stages of training. So what I'm going to do is count out 10 treats. He's very excited about these treats. I'm going to tell him to sit and then stay. And then I'm going to feed him the treats as fast as I can, as long as he's sitting. So that's how we're gonna start. Gromit, sit, stay, good boy, good job, good boy. Good boy, all right, good boy. Free. And then very importantly, to release your dog when you're done. So I usually say that his release word is free, and then toss a treat. He knows it so well, I didn't need to toss a treat. Now I'm going to do that same thing again. This time I'm going to do 8 treats in the same amount of time that it took me to do the last ones. So I might just do 1 second between each treat, and as long as he can stay for that, I'm going to keep going with that. If he pops up out of the stay, then I'm going to go to say 9 treats or 10 treats again in the same amount of time. So I'm starting out with no space between each treat, and then over time I'm slowly increasing the amount of time between each treat. But I'm going to go really, really slowly, because my aim is for him to not get up out of that sit at all. So, and if I had a larger dog who I could feed more food to, I would do 10 in a row, several times in a row. But for Gromit, that 10 treats was like his breakfast, because he's just a little dog. Okay, sit, good boy. Stay. Free. So that went well. So I would keep doing the same thing over and over again, slowly reducing the amount of time that I'm treating. You might have noticed that the way I'm delivering the treats is I have one hand holding the treats, and then the other hand is just quick, taking the treats from that hand and firing them into his mouth. That's a quick little trainer tip if you ever need to use a really high rate of reinforcement to get the food into your dog's mouth really quickly. Use one hand to hold the food and the other hand to deliver it. If your dog is doing well, you want to start to reduce how much you're holding the treats in your hand and see if you can start to get them into the pouch. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to ask him to stay. This would be something that I would do over the course of several sessions. I'm really speeding up the process for you here so you can see what it looks like. So I'm then going to have him sit and stay. I'm going to do fewer treats, and I'm going to be taking them from my pouch as opposed to feeding them from my hand. And we'll see if he can maintain his sit-stay while I'm doing that. So I'm going to get him up, touch, yes. Gromit, sit, stay. I almost lost him there. Did you see how he moved around a little bit? He stayed in his sit, but he was starting to think about, should I get up? Should I lay down? He started moving his paws. So that's a little warning to me that I shouldn't do any longer than I'm doing between treats. Free. Good job. Okay. So far, I've pitched a perfect game. He hasn't gotten up from his sit. So I'm gonna keep slowly adding time between each treats until eventually I can say sit and stay, wait a few seconds, maybe 10 seconds, give one treat and then release. And then over time, I'm gonna build up time that he's staying in this day for one treat. Now you'll notice I didn't do anything. I didn't say stay and move away or clap my hands or do anything like that. So in the beginning, when I'm just working on duration, I'm just working on my dog staying. I'm not adding any form of distraction. I'm just working on, can you stay while I stand here for several seconds until you get a treat. I hope this is helpful. Happy training.